All right, today is July 8th. So, it's been probably about 2 months since I've last recorded anything. So, I just want to give a quick update. And then we're going to do some shopping. So, since July 8th, basically, last time I recorded, I was at the incubator in Lockport. That is officially what I'll be using to cook out of. And since then, I've basically just been working, making money, and then also paperwork. So, in order to use that facility, obviously I have to get licensed. So, it's a couple of things that I did to kind of figure out like what I needed to do, just for like educational purposes. New York State has like a business wizard online, so you put in some information about like what you're trying to do, if you've already done it, things of that nature, and it basically tells you like what permits and things of that nature, licenses that you might need. So I did that. Also used LegalZoom. They also have a third party that they go through that researches the licenses that you'll need for your specific industry and like what you're doing. But again, this is more general, and then they kind of dive in if you pay more. I don't want to do all of that; it was too expensive. So I just got the general information. Because it's my first time, basically I filled out permits for both counties. So the incubator, the kitchen I'm using is in Lockport, which is Niagara County. So obviously I'm gonna have to get permitted there, and then I figured since I'm gonna be trying to work in Erie County, which is where I live basically, I might as well get a permit there. And then also, in order to use the facility, you have to get a Article 20 license, which is a processing license. So I also fill that out. But after doing all of that, basically what I found out is that I talked to someone from Erie County. They are basically waiting for me to get approved in Niagara County, and I talked to someone from Niagara County, and in Niagara County, basically the guy said that you're going to need a processing license. You don't need to get licensed through the county itself. So he referred me to the guy in New York State, which is the same department for the Article 20C license. So after filling out a bunch of paperwork, apparently I only needed one. So I have that. Basically, at this point, I just have to schedule the walkthrough. So he'll take a look at the facility. But because it's an incubator, like there's so many different businesses that are in there, so he doesn't have to do as much work as if it was a new facility that I was going to be working into. So, because he's already inspected it, like, I don't know, a bunch of times. So, at least that's what he told me. But he also told me that I have to get labels, so like the nutrition labels that you'll see on products. I thought that might be a possibility, but I wasn't for sure. So that has to be done. So once I get that done, then I can schedule the walkthrough, and then once the walkthrough is done, I'll be licensed, and then I'm basically good to go. So just quickly, just for educational purposes again, the labeling process is crazy. So well, I guess it's not that crazy. It's just I thought I might have to do it, but like, because I didn't know for sure, I never like really like researched it. I kind of like skimmed, and this is a while ago. So basically, what I have to do now is actually go remake all my jars, and then measure the ingredients that go within each jar. So let's just say like my cookies and cream jar, I have to measure how much of the devil's food cake is in there. I have to measure how much the white chocolate Oreo mousse is in there, and then also measure how much of the cookies and cream cookies go in the jar as well. And then just for that, send that information over, plus the recipes. And then I also have to take pictures of all the ingredients that goes within the recipes, so they have information as well. This way they can produce the nutrition label. So actually kind of like, it doesn't bother me because I really like enjoy this process of like, you know, getting everything together for the business. I really enjoy baking, so but honestly, I wish I had known this earlier because I could have probably had this done already as many times I've made the gyros. So that's kind of annoying. But um, besides that, as you can see here, well, you may not notice, but I have a new vehicle. I still have my Sonata, but I had to get basically another car. So I have a truck or SUV now, and this would be useful. I specifically got it because um, driving out to Lockport, like I want to be able to bring some of my own equipment and things of that nature. So I needed something with more space, and this will work. So, um, but yeah, um, I think that's about it. So I'm about to do some shopping. I'm here at Restaurant Depot, so I have to go here, grab a bunch of stuff. I have to go to Walmart, grab some stuff there, and then Gordon's restaurant. I have to also go there as well. So, a couple places, and then back to the crib. So, all right. So today is Wednesday, the 14th of July. I've basically been baking and making components for my jars for the past 3 days. Today, what I'm going to be doing is weighing the ingredients in the jars. So, in order for me to get my nutrition labels, I have to weigh out each individual ingredient that goes into the jars. So, that'll be the first thing. And then, secondly, I actually have some mini dessert cups. Well, they're 4 ounce cups, but basically I'll be using those for catering purposes. So after I'm done weighing the ingredients, then I'm going to put the desserts in those, and then have like a quick photo shoot. So I'll be using that as like an example of what a catered event might look like if you decide to buy the desserts. And then lastly, putting the jars together themselves. So hopefully it's not a long day, but we'll see. But yeah, I think that's basically it for today. So.
Put your finger in the cake. Put your finger in the cake. Frosting. Put your finger in the cake.